everyone. Today I'm just going to walk us through on how to do to actually construct a petty cache reconciliation file. So when you want to create a petty cache recon file, you need to define first what is the purpose for the petty cache that you're going to be utilizing. So if you determine, for example, it's going to be for teas and coffees and the like, so maybe the interest amount maybe say 2,000. Or if you're going to be using it to buy maybe say material, then it can be maybe bigger, let's say to go to the 20,000. So in this case, we're just using our petty cache for teas and the cleaning materials, which is like an interest of less than 3,000. So the other thing that you need to define is from whom are you going to be buying your stock for your cleaning materials, or maybe where you're going to supply your teas and milk from. So you need to define that, and then who also is going to be giving you the petty cache flow. So here for director name, which will be like, then you can actually substitute it with a name, and then I'm going to be buying from macro, game, checkers, P&A, and etc. And then the other thing that you need to define is how are you going to group whatever you have the set. So macro. So if I'm going to buy, for example, teas, my milk and whatever, I can actually group it as either entertainment or staff welfare. So you need to make a decision. Are you going to group your teas as entertainment or staff welfare? And then gain, if you buy your printing, so it's going to be printing station, computers, equipment, its expenses, it's going to be computer expenses. KFC, it can be entertainment or staff welfare, depending on what discount. Staff welfare, market bin can be entertainment or advertising. For example, if I take a customer for a tea. And then the other thing that you need to define is your financial year end. That is the months in your financial year end, and the month. So for example, January, in a normal traditional year, our normal year, January to December. So it's 12 months. So January will be my period 01. In December will be my period 12. So February 2, March 3. But then, for example, in this file that I'm working with, I've just decided to say my year end is February. So that means I need then to change my reporting period, because January is not my one, but March is my one. So then I just force it here. So I put in March is 03 in my normal calendar year, but my reporting March is 01 and then 02. December 10, and then January 11, and February 12. Then I also put the months this side so that I can use a VLOOKUP. But if for the XLOOKUP, this won't matter, because you can VLOOKUP my January part from this number here. But if you're using VLOOKUP cannot look to the left of the VLOOKUP value. And then the next you need to do is to define your unique dates, that where you bring in, if in my data I'm saying I've got 1 March here, 2024, then it must give me my year will be 2025. If this was 1 March 2023, my year here was going to be 2024. And then, so to bring the period, so I'm going to use, you need, like in your toolkit for formulas, you need VLOOKUP to understand VLOOKUP function, as well as the text the date function that extracts a period or a month from the date. So here I'm using a combination of text. So I'm saying VLOOKUP, and then I've got text, then open bracket, then text. So on my text function, I'm saying, give me in A3, extract for me the MM, which is the month, but it's a number. So it brings in as 01. So then I'm saying, if you find that 01, then look up for me in this section here to say, if you find my 03, give me 01. So that's what it is doing. Then give me my 01 here. So to repeat what I just said, give the summary. So you need to get your account name listing, and then your supplier listing, and then you need also to get to define your financial year end in terms of the months and the periods and the month, and then also the unique dates you need to define to bring out what is your year and what is the period. Now let's go to the petty cache file. So here we are. So this is just a simple petty cache reconciliation that I created. So the first thing you need to define is your name, the company name. So you need to put your company name, and then petty cache reconciliation as at. So for me, I prefer to have a dynamic report. So I've got something hidden here. I'm going to unhide it. So here I've got date. So in this date, I've said, give me equals to today. So it gives me a dynamic date. It gives me the date as of now. Tomorrow, I don't even have to type it. Tomorrow, it will update to say 17, and then etc. So all I've done is I've linked it again. So with that date, date extract formula. So here I'm saying equals to date text in CFAC, give me the DD. Full M, 4M's giving it the full month name as a name April, and then YY is giving me the year. So that's how it is coming up like that. And then the first column that you need in your package account is your date, and then the next will be your folio ref. So the date, don't type your date like this. I'll just say maybe say 1/03/2024. So this is not a date. It's like it reads it as text. But when you're typing, get in a habit of typing 1 March 2024. This gives you a date. It just says this is just for free. I'm going to delete this row again. So here we go. So and then folio number and folio record. If you're using a package slip booklet that you buy maybe from P&A or from any stationery shop, so this is the reference which will be on your top right corner of your folio, and then you can say maybe on this day too much. I bought. We went to Macro and I bought my coffee and water. So folio is reference. Then supply is your supplier name. But you can see here I'm using data validation because I've got this here. So if I type something which is not in this list, so for example, let me just say spa, enter. It will tell you this value does not match because I've used data validation, which is good practice. Because if you use data validation, that means if it is one name, it will be one name right through your document. You won't have the checkers with the RS and the checkers without an S. So like if you give this book to somebody else, this way for someone else to use it, they may actually then get, because of accuracy, no lack of accuracy or attention to detail, they end up changing the names that you've got. So data validation, it saves you that headache. I'm going to explain it just before we finish. And then next will be details. So when you buy from a supplier, then you need to explain what you bought from that supplier. So here it's coffee and water, so that if you don't even have access to this or you don't know how to update this column, then your accountant or bookkeeper will be able to say, oh, they bought coffee. Then I'm going to categorize it as staff welfare. So this is a very important field. So you must also always keep a track of what you're spending the money on, basically, and then give a brief description based on what is on your petty cash slip, on the purchase slip from the store. And then the next is your amount, so how much you have spent. So coffee and water by 350, that was the money which is on the bottom of your tail slip or your invoice. And then balance. Balance is your running total. So your balance is your running total. So basically, you need to know of the 3,000 that I received, how much do I have at this particular time. So you can see here, that means here I've got 178 short. That means when I spend this 250, I actually use my own money. So then I'm gonna get it back when I reinvest, when I get reimbursed in the float. So a running total, it just gives you an amount to say where are you in terms of your cash, basically. Yeah. So it's very important to have this column. And then account name is basically the categories that you need to define to say, if I buy coffee and water, where will I allocate it? So it's going to be, you can define to say it's going to be entertainment. Some businesses, they report this coffee and waters and teas as entertainment, or you can say is it staff welfare. So for me, I've chosen to say it's going to be staff welfare. My bank paid cash investment is going to come from FNB. So my boss is going to transfer cash money from the FNB account. I should go get the cash from the FNB or send me an e-wallet and I can actually cash it. So that's where the source will be. And then coffee and water, staff welfare, printer cartridge, computer expenses, bread and milk is staff welfare, envelopes, printing, stationery. I get another investment year on 1 April. It's FNB. Uber, staff transport, staff lunch, staff welfare, first aid kit, staff welfare, printing, bond, printing and stationery, bread and milk, staff welfare, pens and highlighters, printing and stationery, customer coffee, advertising. Why I put your advertising? Because I'm saying I'm building my brand. So I'm actually advertising to get more clients. Cleaning detergents, it's gonna be cleaning. So that's how this column will work. And then the next one will be year. So here, so can you see here, I'm using a VLOOKUP. So I'm saying if, in this column, if you find this date, go and look it in my unique dates here, and then bring for me what is in column number 2 if it's here, and column number 3 if it is period. So can you see I've got this 2 and 3 that I've got here. So I'm using my absolute formula, the absolute, which is this H6 here. So I'm saying VLOOKUP this value in this table, and then bring back for me what is in this cell H6, which is this 2, and then bring me 0 or false, which means exact match. So here we are. And then all I can do, you can just copy this, because I've made this formula, this H6 to be absolute, which means I can copy it going across. It will keep that same, the formula, the reference will move across to the right and to the left. So that's this one. So then the year, it brings in my year by formula. I don't have to type it. And then the period also, I don't have to type it. The last thing I'm going to explain is the data validation. So data validation, how it works is you would want to log your cells. Like in this instance, I've got this. I'm going to just shade it with a gray. And then I've got this. So it's these 2 columns that I would want to actually put the data validation. So how you do that? So you simply go to data, and then you click on this icon here under data, and then go data validation. And then here by default, it will be on any value. So then I'm going to change it to, you put list, and then you go to where you want to point it to. So which is under my unique value. And then I'm going to select this. So then I'm going to scroll down, leaving some blank spaces, because if I get another supplier I would want to add, then I can add it. So and then all you do, you can just copy, then you can just copy it down, or actually do it while it selects all the ranges. That's how you actually do your data validation. Okay, now let's go to the last part, which is the summary report, where you actually then report your petty cash reconciliation. So here in the traditional way we used to do the petty cash, remember on the petty cash recon, you have a column on the right. Maybe here it will be, say, entertainment. Next will be, say, cleaning. Next maybe, say, staff transport and computer expenses, etc. But now with the pivot table, you can have everything in one report, and you can actually have that report in a click of a button. So you have set up a recon. So here we go. So on the rows, the pivot table, on the rows, I've got account name, which is this one here, and then I've got year and period under columns. So here I've got 2025, 01, which is my March, and 02, which is my April. Here I'm using also the VLOOKUP function to bring back my month from the unique tables here, where if I say, if you find it here, if it's 11, give me January. If it's 1, give me March. So we go back here. So if there was like 2 years here, 2024 and 2025, 2024, the first financial year will be on my left, and then 2025 will be on the right. So that's what this portion does. And then value is just the amount that we need. So in this case, can you see here, I only got the account name, but let's assume you want to have the supplier. So to change this report, it will be easier. All you need to do is just to select the supplier, and you drop it under the account name. So like I've done here. So can you see here, I've got this staff welfare, and I know it's relating to checkers, so that, and it will be done in a flash. So I know this is staff welfare, but I bought this portion from checkers. This one I bought it from Discam. This one I bought it from KFC, and this one I bought it from Macro, etc. So in a click of a button, you've got your report, and then all I can do, I can just copy this month to the next one, because remember the one column was not there, and then I can just copy this to the next column. Then your report is done in a flash. So I know this is my printing total. Even if I want to take off the total, all I can do is just click this. I'm going to do it again slowly. So you sit on the total, left click on the tick here next to subtotal. It will take out the totals, and there you go. So I've got 3,000 here, which is my closing. If I go to my file, here I've got my 3,000 is my closing balance. So this is how you do your petty cash recon in a dynamic manner, which where you can get a report in a click of a button. So if you need help, like in any of the steps, maybe be it at the creation of your unique dates or the petty cash recon, or as well as how to set up the petty cash report as a pivot, just reach out and then maybe just drop a comment and I'll come back to you, or drop me your number or your email, then we'll talk. Then we can actually be able to see how we can assist each other. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.